Good morning, everyone. Treasure Troller here from the mask-wearing militant state of Michigan. Today, we're going to get back to a little bit of what this channel started out on, and that was conspiracy. So we're going to do a little bit of a conspiracy vlog today. Just a conspiracy by coincidence. Like I said, this is purely conspiratory. So that's it. The ramblings of an insane man that wears a tinfoil hat every now and then. So I want to make that real clear. So this has to do with the Derek Chauvin trial, the unfortunate taking of the life of George Floyd, and the recent developments from juror number 52. So it starts out with our start on the theory of Mr. Chauvin's defense attorney and what they can control and cannot control. For instance, they had nothing to do with the settlement before the trial. That was probably between the Floyd family and in the city of Minneapolis. They had nothing to do with that. There was nothing they could do about that. They could only maybe later use that on appeal. But I was thinking, how many people out there actually thought that Derek Chauvin was not going to be found guilty of taking the life of George Floyd? I honestly don't believe there were very many people with a good deal of common sense that thought that was going to happen. There's a few of these legal eagles out there that were trying to, present a case for the defense, but it was really not going to happen. So you get down, and so if that's the case, I'm thinking probably Officer Chauvin and his defense team probably felt the same way. That Derek's best chances of a retrial, or his best chances were going to be a retrial or a dismissal of the charges, that they were not going to get a not guilty verdict in the first case. So they can only control what they can control. So now comes the jury selection portion of the trial, where they have to fill out questionnaires. Prospective jurors have to fill out the questionnaires, and then you go into jury selection. And there's been TV shows, there are these expert sort of jury experts that help attorneys select jurors for the cases. And I just have a feeling that when juror number 52 was selected and they get all the names and stuff of the jurors, that there wasn't one of these one or two people, as far as witness experts or juror experts, going through people's social media. And they knew about this juror 52, shall we say, during the case, or once he was put on, as he was selected as a juror. So now they have two choices. They know about his past, wearing, the photo of the Black Lives Matter t-shirt, him participating at some of the, at a rally or a protest in Washington, D.C. They know about this stuff. They probably feel like it's a pretty good way to get him off the jury, but getting him off the jury more than likely would just put someone else on the jury that would vote guilty. So what they did was they maybe held this back a little bit and said, hey, maybe there's a chance that the jury comes back. You know, a couple people won't vote guilty. You know, it's a deadlock or whatever. There's that small chance, but let's just maybe keep this to ourselves. I mean, the prosecutor isn't going to, you know, if they don't bring it up, why should we? And it just feels a little bit, I guess, coincidental that after the conviction comes down, all of a sudden the information about this juror starts leaking out. Now, possibly it's not the case. He sort of put himself out there in the spotlight a little bit. But I just can't get over the fact that it came out after the verdict, and it helped, you know, in some ways it helps a lot more for the defense team in their quest for an appeal or a retrial. And that seems to be the way our system seems to be working. I think the truth always seems to come out, you know, after the verdict is down and the punishment has been dealt. And unfortunately, there's not much that can be done. I look at the voting recounts that are going on and stuff. None of that is going to get the Dimension Chief out of office. It's just gonna kind of, yeah, our bad. You caught us, our bad. So the Russiagate stuff, everything is slowly coming out that it was nothing but a hoax to begin with. But you never get the truth until, you know, everyone involved has just nothing to lose by the information coming out. So, you know, the way the system works, it doesn't look good for Derek Chauvin. But then again, I just have a hard time believing that this information on Juror 52 came out after the verdict had been decided. So we will see. Maybe it's a retrial. Maybe it'll be decided and it'll be held in some other city. Who knows? Does another city want to put up with all of the protests and stuff that go on? Who knows? But it just seems strange to a guy that's always looking for the conspiracy. So with that, this is Church Troller saying aloha and good day.